Sound, sound, sound. Om Bhurvasvaha Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yonah Prachodayat. I'm clean, clean, clean. Sound, sound, sound. Om Bhurvasvaha Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yonah Prachodayat. I'm clean, clean, clean. Sound, sound, sound. Om Bhurvasvaha Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yonah Prachodayat. I'm clean, clean, clean. Sound, sound, sound. Om Bhurvasvaha Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yonah Prachodayat. I'm clean, clean, clean. Sound, sound, sound. Om Bhurvasvaha Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yonah Prachodayat. I'm clean, clean, clean. Sound, sound, sound. Om Bhurvasvaha Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Tatsavitur-varenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Tatsavitur-varenyam Bhargo Devasya
Akhilanakoti Brahma Dayanakara Jiviraji Yogiraja Parabrahmam Sachuchinanda Samartha Sadguru Sri Bhagavan Shirdi Sai Sai Maharaj Ki
Jai.
Akhilanda Koti Brahma Dayanaka Rajadi Raja Yogi Raja Parbrahmam Sachitananda Samartha Sadguru Shri Yesu Christo Maharaj Ki
Jai.
Akhilanda Koti Brahma Dayanaka Rajadi Raja Yogi Raja Parbrahmam Sachitananda Samartha Sadguru Sri Sai Kalashwar Swami Maharaj Ki
Jai. Paramam Pavitram Bhavibhutim Paramam Vishitram Vilavibhutim Paramahatishta Dhamoksha Pradatam Baba Vibhutim Nilamasayami Sai Baba Vibhutim Sachatam Smarami Shirdi Sai Vibhutim Manasa Smarami. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Sahana Bhavatu, Sahano Bhunatu, Sahaviryam Karavavahe, Tejasvinavahitamastu, Ma Vihrishabhahe. Om Shanti
Sri Sai Satcharitra, The Wonderful Life and Teachings of Shirdi Sai Baba, a Modern Rendering. Chapter 33. Pranam to the Saints. Let us bow now before the great saints. Their merciful glances will destroy mountains of karmas and do away with all the negative defects of our character. Even their casual talk is a teaching and confers imperishable happiness on us. Their minds do not know differences, such as, this is ours and that is yours. Such differentiation never arises in their minds. We can never repay our debt to them in this life or in many future lives. The spiritual implications of Udi. It is well known that Baba took dakshina from all. Out of the amount collected, he spent a lot on charity and purchased wood with the balance. He used the wood for his dhuni, the sacred fire which he kept ever burning. The ash from this fire was called Udi, and it was freely distributed to the devotees upon leaving Shirdi. What was Baba's teaching with this Udi? Baba taught by his Udi that all the visible phenomena in the universe are as transient as ash. Our bodies, composed of matter, made of the 5 elements, will fall down after all their enjoyments are over and be reduced to ash. To remind the devotees that their bodies will be reduced to ash, Baba distributed Udi. He also taught by the Udi that Brahman was the only reality. The universe was ephemeral, and that no one in this world, not son, father, or wife, is really ours. We come into this world alone, and we leave alone. Although it has been found that Udi cured many physical and mental maladies, Baba wanted to repeat into the devotees' ears the principle of discrimination between the real and unreal. Dakshina taught us non-attachment from the unreal, and Udi taught us discrimination between the unreal and real. Unless we have these 2 principles, it is not possible for us to cross over the sea of mundane existence. So Baba asked for and took dakshina, and as devotees left, he gave Udi as prasad, spreading some on their foreheads and placing his boon-conferring hand on their heads. When Baba was in a cheerful mood, he used to sing merrily. One such song was about Udi. The message of this song was, O playful Rama, come, come, and bring with you sacks of Udi. Baba used to sing in very clear and sweet tones. So much for the spiritual effect of Udi. It also has its material significance. It bestows health, prosperity, freedom from anxiety, and many other worldly gains. So the Udi helps us to gain both goals, material and spiritual. We shall now begin with the stories about the Udi. Healing a scorpion sting. Narayan Jani served under another devotee of Baba. Once he went to see Baba with his mother. Baba told the mother that her son should no longer serve under another, but start an independent business. Some days after, the prophecy turned true. Narayan Jani left service and started a boarding house, Ananda Ashram, that thrived well. One time, Narayan Jani's friend was stung by a scorpion. The pain was severe and unbearable. In such cases, Udi is most effective when applied at the point of the pain. Narayan searched for Udi but found none. Soon he stood before Baba's picture and invoked Baba's aid. He chanted Baba's name and took out a pinch of ash from the incense stick burning in front of Baba's picture. Thinking of it as Baba's Udi, he applied it to the sting. As soon as he moved his fingers away, his friend's pain vanished, and both were moved and delighted. Curing bubonic plague. Once, a devotee learned that his daughter was down with bubonic plague. He had no Udi with him, so he sent word to Nana Sahib to send some. Nana Sahib received the message while traveling with his wife. He had no Udi with him either, so he picked up some of the dust from the road, meditated on Baba and imploring his help, then applied the dust to his wife's forehead. When the devotee went to the daughter's house, he was very happy to learn that after having suffered for 3 days, she had begun to improve the very moment Nana Sahib prayed for Baba's help. The Jamner Miracle. Around 1904, Nana Sahib was revenue collector at Jamner, which is more than 100 miles away from Shirdi. His daughter Minatai was pregnant and about to deliver. Her case was very serious, and she had suffered labor pains for a few days. Nana Sahib tried all remedies, but they proved in vain. Then he remembered Baba and invoked his aid. At the same time in Shirdi, Bapu Gir Buva wanted to travel to his native home. Baba called him and told him to stop at Jamner on his way, take rest, and give Udi and the Aarathi to Nana Sahib. He told Baba he only had 2 rupees, which was barely enough for the railway fare to Jalagan. He didn't have enough to go the 30 miles further to Jamner. Baba assured him that he need not worry. Everything would be provided for. Baba asked Shama to write down the Aarathi and give a copy of it with Udi to Bapu Gita Buva to deliver to Nana Sahib. Relying on Baba's words, Bapu Gita Buva left Shirdi and reached Jalagan at about 2:45 a.m. He only had 2 annas left and was in a difficult position. To his great relief, he heard someone calling out, "Who is Bapu Gita Buva of Shirdi?" He went and told him it was he. The attendant, professing to be sent by Nana Sahib, led him to an excellent tanga with 2 good horses. They both rode in the fast tanga, and in the early morning came to a small brook. The horses drank from the brook, and the attendant asked Bapu Gita Buva to partake in some food. On seeing the beard, mustache, and attire of the attendant, Bapu Gita Buva suspected he was a Muslim, and so was unwilling to partake in the refreshments. But the attendant made him feel at ease by saying he was Hindu, and that, in fact, Nana Sahib had sent the refreshments, so there should be no doubt about accepting them. And both of them ate and started again. They reached Jamner at dawn. Baba Girabuva descended the Tanga to attend the call of nature. He returned within a few minutes, but found there was no Tanga and no attendant. He was dumbfounded, so we went to the neighboring village and made inquiries and learned that Nana Sahib was at home. He went to Nana Sahib's house, announced himself, and gave Baba's Udi an Aarathi. At this time, Mainatai's delivery was most serious, and all were in deep anxiety about her. Nana Sahib called out to his wife and asked her to give their daughter the Udi mixed with water to drink, and to sing Baba's Aarathi. He thought that Baba's help was most timely. Then, in a few minutes, she delivered safely, and the crisis passed. When Baba Girabuva thanked Nana Sahib for the attendant, the Tanga, and refreshments, Nana Sahib was very surprised, as he had not sent anything to the station and was not aware of any person coming from Shirdi. The following are Baba Girabuva's own words on this story. One day, Baba called me to him and gave me a packet of Udi and a copy of his Aarathi. At the time, I had to go to Khandesh, but Baba directed me to go to Jamner and deliver the Aarathi and Udi to Nana Sahib. I told Baba that all I had was 2 rupees, and asked him how that could take me by train from Kopargaon to Jalagan and then by Tangar to Jamner. Baba said, "God will give." That was Friday, and I started at once. I reached Jalagan at 2:45 a.m. At that time, plague regulations were enforced, and I had much trouble about getting to Jamner. But then the way to Jamner was revealed. About 3 a.m., an attendant in boots, turban, and well equipped with other details of good dress, came and took me to a Tanga and drove me on. On the way, I took refreshments. We reached Jamner early in the morning, and after I attended the call of nature, the Tanga and its driver had disappeared. Vision of Baba. The Bhakta Narayana Rao had the good fortune to see Baba twice while Baba was alive. 3 years after Baba passed away, he wanted to go to Shirdi but was unable to. Within a year at Baba's Mahasamadhi, he had fallen sick and continued to suffer much. All ordinary remedies gave him no relief, so he meditated on Baba day and night. One night, he had a vision of Baba in his dream. Baba came to him through a cellar and comforted him, saying, "Don't be anxious. You will be improving starting from tomorrow, and within a week you will be on your legs." Narayana Rao became perfectly well within the time Baba mentioned. Now the point for consideration is this. Was Baba living because he had a body? And was he dead because he left it? No, Baba is ever alive, for he transcends both life and death. He who loves Baba wholeheartedly gets response from him at any time and at any place. He is always by our side and will take any form and appear before the devoted Bhakta and satisfy him. Looking at Baba's picture is the same as seeing him. In 1917, Appasaheb Kulkarni's chance came. He was transferred to Thana and began to worship Baba's picture. In real earnest, he did the worship. He offered flowers, sandal paste, and Naivedya to Baba's picture daily, longing intensely to see him. In this connection, it can be said that looking at Baba's picture is truly equivalent to seeing him in person. The following story illustrates this statement. A saint from Mumbai named Balabhuva Sutar, who was called the modern Tukaram on account of his piety, devotion, and bhajans, came to Shirdi for the first time in 1917. When he bowed before Baba, Baba said, "I have known this man for 4 years." Balabhuva wondered how that could be, as it was his first trip to Shirdi. But thinking about it intently, he recalled that he had prostrated before Baba's portrait in Mumbai 4 years earlier. He was convinced about the significance of Baba's words and said to himself, "How omniscient and all-pervading are the saints, and how kind they are to their devotees. I merely bowed to his photo, which was noticed by Baba, and in due time he made me realize that seeing his photo is equivalent to seeing him in person." To return to Appasaheb's story, while he was in Thana, Appasaheb had to go on tour to Bhiwandi and was not expected to return for a week. On the 3rd day of his absence, a fakir turned up to his house at noon. His features exactly resembled those of Baba's photo. Mrs. Kulkarni and the children all asked him whether he was Sai Baba of Shirdi. He said no, that he was an obedient servant of Baba and came there at his order to inquire after the health of the family. Then he asked for dakshina. The lady gave him 1 rupee. He gave her a small packet of udi and asked her to keep this in the shrine along with the photo for worship. Then he left the house and went away. Now hear the wonderful Leela of Sai. Appasaheb could not proceed with his tour as his horse fell sick. He returned home that afternoon and learned from his wife about the fakir's visit. His mind was disturbed that he didn't receive darshan of the fakir, and he didn't like that only 1 rupee was paid as dakshina. He said that had he been present, he would have offered not less than 10 rupees. He immediately started in search of the fakir in the masjid and other places, and did not take any food. His search was in vain, so he returned home and ate. The reader may remember here Baba's statement in chapter 32 that a search for God should not be made on an empty stomach. Appasaheb got a lesson about this here. After eating, he went out for a walk with a friend, Mr. Chittare. After going some distance, they saw a man approaching them rapidly. Appasaheb thought he must be the fakir that had come to his house at noon, as his features were the same as those of Baba in the photo. The fakir immediately put out his hand and asked for dakshina. Appasaheb gave him a rupee. The fakir demanded again, then again, and so Appasaheb gave him 2 more. Still he was not satisfied. Then he borrowed 3 rupees from Mr. Chittare and gave them to the fakir. He still wanted more. Then Appasaheb asked him to accompany him to his home. When they all returned to his home, Appasaheb gave the fakir 3 rupees. In all, he had given 9. The fakir still looked unsatisfied and demanded more. Appasaheb told him that he had 10 rupees to give. The fakir asked for these 10 rupees and then returned the 9 rupees and went away. These 9 had been blessed by Baba's touch. The figure 9 is significant. It may be noted here that Baba gave 9 rupees to Lakshmi Bai at his last moment. They represent the 9 types of devotion. Appasaheb examined the Udi packet and found it also contained some flower petals and rice. Sometime after, he received a strand of Baba's hair when he saw him in Shirdi. He put it in a talisman along with the Udi packet, which he then always wore on his arm. Appasaheb later realized the power of the Udi. Though he was very clever, he was only paid 40 rupees as salary. After he secured Baba's photo in Udi, he received many times more than that per month, and also acquired much power and influence. Along with these worldly benefits, his spiritual progress was also rapid. So those who are fortunate enough to get Baba's Udi should, after a bath, apply it on the forehead and drink a little of it mixed with water as holy tirtam. One more rupee. Saints work in unison. In 1917, Haribhau Karnik came to Shirdi on Guru Purnima Day and worshipped Baba with every formality. He offered clothes and dakshina, and after taking Baba's leave, descended the steps of the masjid. As he was leaving, he had a thought that he should offer 1 more rupee to Baba. Just as he was turning to go back up the stairs, Shama informed him that as he had already received Baba's leave, he should go and not return. So he started home. On his way, he entered the Kalarama temple for darshan. The saint Narsingh Maharaj was in the temple with his bhaktas. The saint walked over to Haribhau, caught his wrist and said, "Give me 1 rupee." Karnik was surprised. He paid the rupee most willingly and thought that through this saint, Baba received the rupee that he intended to give. This story illustrates the fact that all saints are one and shows how they work in unison. Pranams to Sri Sai. Peace be to all.
You've been listening to a modern rendering of Hamad Pant's The Sri Sai Satcharitra, The Wonderful Life and Teachings of Shirdi Sai Baba, edited and narrated by Monica Penacanda. For more content like this online, please go to divinelineage.org, SaiFamily.org, and peacefires.org. To learn more about Monica, please go to monicapenacanda.org.
Shri